Hi, thank you for watching. I haven't been making videos for a long time, so now I want to talk about faith. I think a lot of people are they feel fiery and spiritful when they converted to Christianity, and they experience some kind of euphoria. I think euphoria that came from Christianity is a healthy euphoria. It's not like drug addiction. But I do want to say that you got to understand about faith in Christianity. It defines that it is a substance of hope and proof of the things unseen. So faith is like logic, and also your inclination to obey is also a part of faith. So logic, inclination to obey, and inclination to act, investment inclination. Like some people would say, I know like cryptocurrency seems to be a very good investment, but I just don't have it in me. I would still invest in precious metal more. Or some people would say, I would invest in learning AI more because I think that's the brighter future. And I think that is also faith. And some people would say, oh, Christian faith is like baseless trust or unscientific trust. I think no, it's not that, because by definition, proof of the things unseen means like mathematics is also a part of faith, right? Because it proves you don't have to see the mechanism, but logical mathematics can prove of what's going to happen. So that is faith as well. That is a part of faith. So if you learn in the Bible that says, oh, um, it's more precious to live in the principles of the kingdom rather than the principles of your family, and if you don't see it, that means you don't deserve the kingdom of God. Basically it says like, if you don't leave your family, you don't deserve the kingdom of God. And I'd say this is somewhat, yes, it is what is being taught, but you got to be honest, right? The spirit of truth is God. So if you don't have it in you, if you can't see it, you don't have the inclination to obey, probably there's a good reason for that, right? For example, if you do that, you would be killed, and probably there are more opportunities for you to exercise the kingdom through a different pathways. And probably if you do what is, what the accusers are trying to make you do, you would be ended up more exposed to bad habits rather than otherwise. So don't be trapped with this notions that all with these Christian notions, all of these things that says you should sell all of your wealth and give it to the church. Very dangerous. Again, like, you gotta have the faith, and the faith must grow. And if you say, I just don't see it, I just don't see where the profit is, I just don't see where the money is, I just don't see why is this more precious, then you haven't got it. But I want to be able to be like that, and that is a faith. All right, your faith is not that big, and that is all right. From there on, it can grow. But if you're not honest, it's like someone who is ill, but won't acknowledge that he is sick, so he didn't look for treatment. Or maybe he looked for a different kind of treatment rather than being honest that he got like mental problems, for example. So he looked for more physical kind of treatment, and it's not going to solve his problems. The same thing with being a Christian. You got to be honest. First things first. If you don't see it, then you don't see it. But if you want to be able to see it, that is where you can start. That is the point of your expansion. And without being honest, how could you expand, right? And that is just my message to you, Christians out there. Be careful of the trap of the devil. It's like, for example, um, you gotta give all of your money, or you gotta go over here, you gotta go to Iran, you gotta go to Palestine, or things like that. Can you see why is it more safe? Why is it better? If you Jesus totally see can could totally see that the benefit of him being died on the cross, like he can see why it is profitable for him. If you cannot see it, I don't think like I don't think that's Christianity. I think obedience, yes, obedience is also faith though, right? It has base. Like, okay, I don't know whether my tax money is going to be put in a good use, but obeying the tax law is actually it's a citizen, is a citizen's practice, right? And it has some worth in it. It might not, for some countries it might not be a, it might still be an unfortunate option, but you know, it is, you know, like paying tax and being obedient is a part of faith as well. You have faith that it's a country thing, right? And you're a citizen. That is also, there's a base in that as well. There's logic in that as well, and probably there's a cultural, you know what I mean, like the logic has goes on for thousands and thousands of years. We don't even talk about it that way anymore. Like we just know it, and that is faith also, right, guys? So I think that's it from me. Thank you very much. Thank you for being Christians. Thank you for being in the family. Be careful not to overextend, I guess, and just develop your faith. Thank you. Goodbye.